Hi there, and welcome to CinemaNerdz, the podcast. My name is Mike Tyrkus, and I am the editor-in-chief of CinemaNerdz.com, your destination for everything movies. At CinemaNerdz, we have coverage of movie news, trailers, reviews, as well as the occasional interview. Every week on this podcast, we will be offering our views on the latest film releases, such as our topic today. Upon the release of his first self-titled solo album in 1970, Paul McCartney announced that the Beatles had dissolved their partnership. In the wake of the breakup of the most beloved band of all time, McCartney stated that his only plan was to grow up. The documentary, Man on the Run, follows McCartney's career trajectory following that pivotal moment through the next decade. Following the breakup of the Beatles, McCartney found himself somewhat adrift until he hit upon the idea of forming a new band alongside his wife, Linda, and former member of the Moody Blues, Denny Laine. That band, eventually credited as Paul McCartney and Wings, would prove to be one of the more popular bands of the decade, producing multiple hits, including the seminal album Band on the Run in 1973, until it too dissolved at the end of the decade.
1, 2, 3.
The Beatles have been my whole life, really. When we split up, I thought, I'll never write another note of music, ever. I had fear of being a grown-up. I felt very depressed, but I was very lucky because I had Linda.
Whoa, beautiful.
I said, if I form a new band, do you want to be in it? And she kind of, yeah. Okay, well, we got 2 members. We started Wings from square one.
This Paul McCartney of Wings.
It was about trying to do something different.
What am I doing singing with Paul McCartney?
When did you first discover Linda could sing?
On the wedding night.
Director Morgan Neville assembles archival footage and interviews alongside audio interviews with the likes of Mick Jagger, Chrissie Hynde, Mary and Stella McCartney, as well as Sean Ono Lennon to create a wholly entertaining and often illuminating portrait of one of the most well-known artists of the last half-century. Often creative and out-of-the-box editing, courtesy of Alan Lowe, links picture-to-picture to video, in often seamless transitions that echo the creativity of the film's subject. Perhaps what is most startling about the film is how forthright it is in addressing the behemoth of a legend that McCartney and the Beatles have become. Throughout the film, there is an earnestness and innocence that is a welcome approach not usually afforded to tales of this band. Told from McCartney's perspective, something that for a considerable period of time seemed divisive to the members of the band themselves, film portrays an often surprisingly objective viewpoint from which to examine the phenomenon that followed McCartney into the decade after the breakup of the Beatles.
Wings was a dud when it first came out.
If anybody bad-mouthed us,
I was thinking, I'm going to make the best record you've ever heard.
Say live and let die.
People thought we were totally crazy, but that was our way.
And the word spread that, like, this was a good show.
Paul McCartney away! Well, it wasn't bad.
Me and John, we were just growing apart, really. And now we're off on another journey. We'd had arguments and all of that, but we'd loved each other all our lives. When we started Wings, it's about freedom. And, we felt we'd finally arrived.
See you next time.
Second time round.
Although the 1995 documentary series The Beatles Anthology may be viewed as the more definitive examination of the whole of the phenomenon of the most successful band of all time, Man on the Run does give the story a unique perspective that perhaps paints McCartney's post-Beatle work and actions against his former bandmates in a different and more positive way than has been previously afforded. Throughout Man on the Run, the point is made clear that the story is being told from McCartney's point of view. Remarkably, though, it retains an objectivity that allows it to transcend other tales of the band that felt far more one-sided or skewed to a certain point of view. Overall, the film makes for a fitting ode to the work of the man who, one could argue, was the driving member of the most important band of all time. Well, that's it for this episode. Thanks for listening, and don't forget to visit us on Facebook and Twitter, and at our website at CinemaNerdz.com.